Good morning, my angels. How's everybody doing today on this lovely Tuesday? It's the end of June, June 28th, y'all. We got July 4th coming up this weekend. What's everybody's plans? Are y'all gonna go out? I'm staying home. I don't I don't aspire to get out and fight a bunch of crowds and fight traffic, to get out and see fireworks in a bunch of middle of a bunch of people. So for me, thank God I live in a part of Houston where we're able to shoot fireworks off, and I have an officer across the street who's super cool and always jams his music super loud and has the best fireworks show. So we'll probably get some fireworks this weekend, and my son's best friend is coming into town. He lives out of town now. He hadn't seen him since graduation. So he's going to be in town, and so that's all we're going to do. We're staying home, staying safe. My heart is my home. My home is my heart. Home sweet home. You know, it's the truth. I love my home. It's my little place of peace. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And so this week, I think I mentioned last week, I've been doing the invocation of Uriel and the Earth and the Earth pentagram. And I've been invoking and banishing that a couple weeks, something like that. And then I'll move on to another element next. Not sure when. I'm feeling kind of ready, but I'm not rushing anything. So, I feel like it's important to take your time. There's some things you can rush in moments, but sometimes, we shouldn't rush things. We need to take our time, and especially in high magic. So I've been seeing a lot on, and I do like Facebook. Facebook's a friend of mine. I've been seeing a lot, this past weekend was Pride. And I love my Pride people. And, I'm part Pride too. I've been there, done that, and choose kindness, and people post about, and I understand this, like, how can you condone homosexuality when the Bible tells you? And I get that, I totally understand that. But then that's the point where God says, hey, look, that right now this world is not what it seems. So this is a point where you got to do your part. And let me tell you, it doesn't take a lot of research, y'all, to see that the Bible is about half true and about half false. And that's with anything. Like I said before, a Marvel movie, you can get as much truth out of a Marvel movie as you can the Bible. And I know I'm 1,000% right on that because I speak truth. And so, take it with a grain of salt. And don't hate. We should never hate. And I said, I know there's a say, hate what is evil, but cling to what is good. Again, half of that is true. We don't ever hate. And who are we to judge what is evil as well? But what I would say, if it was evil, I'm saying murderers or child rapists, molesters, etc. Again, not for me to judge, but I would consider that evil. And so do I hate those people? No, I don't. No. Not at all. I feel sympathy for them because I don't know what they went through as a child or in a past life to be who they are, and this is my thing, is God puts everything here. And so when we go hating somebody like that, we are hating God. And this is the facts, y'all. And I know it's hard to swallow, but this is the truth. So that's why, we don't hate our gays or our lesbians. We don't hate anybody. We don't even hate murderers, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We give that to God, and we let God do the judging, and the higher powers do the judging, because we're just here on earth, earthly beings. We are not the ones to be judging. What we do is we try to keep away from that and learn from that. You know what I'm saying? And try to accept others as they are and move on, because they're all God's children, whether you want to accept it or not. You know, that man that is next door or whatever that might have molested a child, he is God's child. You know what I'm saying? And that's not for you to judge him. And if you dislike him, then you're disliking God. And this is just my belief. Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is how I live my life. You know, not to say that I don't dislike my murderous dogs around here sometimes. They have cat killers, and I get angry with them, but I don't hate them. I love those dogs. And this is an example. You know, I don't hate them. And I still love on the little blonde one. I still love on her, and I give her attention, because you could tell she was beaten maybe when she was younger, because she's skittish and scared of men and scared of kids. And so I still love on her, even though she's killed my neighbor's cat and tried to kill the second one. I don't hate her. You know, I still love her, and I have sympathy for her, because I understand that I don't know why she does that. You know, so again, I'm just using that as example. I know that's a dog, and we're talking about humans, but you know, I'm just using that as an example. So this is my thing. We are in a world today where God says, hey, look, you see that the Bible's not true completely. So this is your time to use discernment. And if you're really reading the Bible, if you're really studying and reading the Bible, then you'll know it. There's scripture in there that tells you that all God's scripture is God breathed, but it is not all true. Okay? So, and it's in there, you know, and, I don't have to tell you the scripture, because it's in there, and I don't have to, it's just in there. And if you do the research, you'll find it. And if you're on my Facebook page, you'll see I always post stuff like that. And you can always friend me on Facebook. What is my, Robin Johnson Howell. And, you know, so, you know, that's my feeling on it. And I respect the Bible. I have mad respect for the Bible. Mad respect. But I also know that it's not all true, and it's not, and some of it is true and some of it's not, and it's just facts. And so you don't base your life on it, that's for sure, you know, and nobody's gonna ever be perfect. And I'm sorry that and it's that the Bible does, it makes you, sometimes I'm like, God, it's just like, it's like always hangs you on your cross, you know what I'm saying? And it gets old, you know, and so I don't put any thought into it. I do study it, and Psalms is a book of spells, and you know, for me, and God says, good, don't put anything into it, because it's all just Trey in the wind, pretty much, you know, and it's the truth, you know. If you really want to know truth, you have to sit quietly and do what I do. You know, or research and gain knowledge, but not just out of the Bible. So it'll be like you're right in a cage in a circle, going in circles. You'll never, ever get the truth out of the Bible, ever. And that's what it was meant to be. And that's all I have to really say on that. Like I said, I have mad respect for it, because, you know, I know that everything was put here for a reason. And so, and I've said that before, but, you know, I wanted to come on here today. This is my son's last week of driver's ed, drive time this week. So I've got another kid driving soon. And that's another thing about being a parent, is just because they grow up a little bit, the worries just get bigger. They do. You know, you don't worry about them falling and hitting their head anymore, or getting hit by a car. You worry about them hitting somebody in their car, or another, you know, it's just the worries get bigger. But it's okay, because I don't live in fear, and I know that my children are 100% protected, and they're smart kids. You know, they've been through quite a bit, so they have little street smarts, and they have you know, they're good kids. I'm very, very blessed. Papa God has blessed me. He has. I think he said, you know, baby, you suffered enough, and you know, when you straighten up, your kids start, and that's the thing, when you start doing the right thing and becoming the best person you can be, then your kids see that, and they do the same. And my kids are following right along with me. They really are. My youngest wants to be a veterinarian. He wants to go to college, a technical college, to be a vet tech. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I'm happy. A vet tech is perfect. He'll make good money. and he wouldn't have to worry. If he wants to decides to do the veterinarian, hey. But, you know, and then my oldest son, you know, he's a blue-collar worker. He followed in his stepdad's footsteps. So, you know, I had those worries. But when I was screwing up, of course, you know, because what you're doing, your kids will just follow right along with you, you know. And even with the alcohol, my God, the alcohol, my kids hated the drinking, y'all, you know, and they didn't say it, but they did. And they're so much happier. They got sober mommy, you know, and I'm 1,000% sober off, and I don't even do the sugar anymore. Sugar was a bad addiction, you know, the sugar and the carbohydrates. Again, I'm going to get off of that topic, but, that's for me. Again, that's for me. I'm the weirdo. So yeah, I don't do any of that. So Dave, I wanted to come on, and I was still having quite a bit before I got real consistent with my magic. About a year and a half ago, I was using these techniques, and so I wanted to pass them on to you. Sharing is caring. And I wanted to tell y'all that, you know, if you are having some anxiety or depression, you know, I was getting mine from drinking a little bit too much the night before, and then I'd wake up the next day and have a hangover, and then I'd feel a little guilty about it. And I was also, I'll be completely honest, I was recreationally taking Adderall. You know, that's just something that we kind of enjoyed because we didn't go out and stuff like that. So this was just, you know, recreationally. You know, like you would go out to drink or something. You know, we didn't do that. So I would drink a little at home. At this point, I was dwindling down on my drinking some. But, you know, I would drink at home. But we didn't go out or anything. And my husband did not drink at all. He doesn't drink at all. And I don't either anymore. But, so, anyways, enough excuses. We just like to have fun every now and then and let loose. So we would do that and do our thing, you know. So I would wake up the next day with, you know, guilt because my body was unhappy. My cells were, and I didn't realize that. They didn't like me putting the toxins in. And so I found these techniques, y'all. And I'm telling you, within 10 minutes, I would go from so depressed, unhappy, like unworthy, fearful, to like, oh wow, okay, I feel so much better. And then I would get up and I would feel like invoking because it would be so bad. You know, I didn't even feel like getting out of bed. I was like, what am I going to watch? You know, this was before I stopped. This was when I was still watching TV, maybe a little bit. You know, I do watch TV now, but in the evenings, and it's like occasionally Ancient Aliens. And if I do turn on the TV, it'll be YouTube to watch something. But I study all day. I learn, or I do ritual work. So I watch TV with my husband in the evening, and we watch like Stranger Things, and we're watching Ash, Evil Dead now, you know, stuff to do with magic and gory, awesome stuff, you know, real life stuff, you know, that's what I'm saying. You get half truth out of some of that too, you know, just like the Bible. But so I found these techniques, all right? And so we know that we have, when we smile and we laugh, and these nerve centers in here, it goes to our brain and our hearts, and we start emitting dopamines and endorphins, and our bodies start feeling good, okay? So right here, so we've also got meridians that are connected, and that brings all that energy into our nerve centers, okay? So this is working with your meridians, all right? And then in turn, I can't tell you exactly what it does because I don't know. I'm not God, and I didn't create the human body, okay? But when you do these techniques, it starts getting your energy flowing in the correct direction, okay? Because we have energy flowing around our body at all times in all different directions, okay? Around us, okay? In front of us, all right? Back behind us, you know? Over, okay? And then we have energy flowing up through us. Oh, seriously? I hit my nose. We have energy flowing up through us, up the middle, out, okay? And this is at all times. So when you're doing things that are poisoning your body, and when you're drinking and you're doing substances like that, you are sending you're disrupting your cells, okay? And then they are emitting signals to each other, and in turn it's going to throw all your system off, okay? And this is the truth, and that's why you'll suffer from anxiety and depression and mostly anxiety, depression. You think you're ADHD, you can't, you know what I'm saying? But it's your body's in chaos because you're not putting the proper stuff into it. And food is everything. And I'll say it over and over and over again. When you're living in the world, all you think about is food. And that was me. I don't live in the world anymore. I don't like thinking about food. I tried and not even, and that's how we were meant to be. But this world has everybody, all y'all do is obsess about food. I know, I used to do it. Once I got off all the gluten and the carbohydrates and the sugar, I don't obsess about food anymore. I can focus on God, more, and my meditations and my high magic, and my body functions a lot better. I have a shit ton more energy. I can sleep. If I eat too much sugar, I'm like down for 3 days. I just want to mope around and sleep, and it's a depressant. And you've got to see that. People have got to start waking up and seeing that, I mean, it's frustrating for me because I'm here living this life without it, and I can tell you how much of a better person I am, physically, mentally, how much better I feel. Not how much of a better person I am, how much better I feel, okay? And it's very, very, very important, especially when you're doing high magic, to watch your diet. We are meant to be eating fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and meats. We're not meant to be eating all this processed stuff in the middle aisles. I do like doing the keto cakes. Dude, I had to back off those, man. My body was telling me that processed shit ain't good. So I did find a keto mug cake that I can do. It had all kinds of stuff, and I was like, so I had to back down on my little keto cakes, and they had the gluten-free ones and all that, dude, and they're super expensive, but I don't crave that stuff very, very rarely anymore, so I don't buy it. It's a waste of money, and it's bad for my system. It's just more junk. Even the coconut, you know what I'm saying? So I stick to fruits, veggies, and I don't even do a lot of potatoes. That'll weigh you down. Like I said, carbohydrates. I do like a sweet potato every now and then, but I do greens, a lot of greens and squash, zucchini, lettuce, salad. I don't eat kale. I refuse to eat kale. I don't want to eat kale. I don't want to. That's not me. I'm not a kale eater. I don't do yoga. That's not me. I stretch. I do my own yoga. I'm a pole dancer. I love pole dancing. I don't have a pole in my home, but if I did, I would do more pole dancing. And then one day I will have my own pole dancing classes. That's another thing I want. But, so exercise is important. And I'll be honest, I haven't been walking enough, but I've really been focusing a lot on my magic here lately, y'all. And it's been hot. I live here in Houston, South Texas, close to the equator. It's hot, which I'm grateful. I love it, but it's warm, and like I said, I do my squats, and I do need to start walking though, and I'm going to. It's just my son's driver's ed has been throwing me off, and again, I've been kind of really focusing on my magic. So, but I'll get there. I do a lot of squats. I do crunches. And I'm very, very active. I'm up at 3:30, 4 a.m. every morning, and rarely do I go back to sleep, and I'm up every night until 9, and I run off a 6-hour sleep usually, and I'm good. I do not take melatonin. I do not take ibuprofen. None of that. None of the worldly stuff. I wash my hair once a week. I use honey and shampoo, but once a week I don't. That's another thing. It's like the world has you washing your hair every day and every 2 days. Dude, don't do that. If you want your hair to go, you'll have to wash it once a week. That's the world for you, though. And that's why it's obsessive. And so that's why I'm very grateful to have been removed from the world. So let's get on to these little techniques, y'all. And water, I only do spring water. Purified water, I need to start buying from my Turtles Fogger. But I don't do purified water. I only do spring water. And you can look that up and see why. Earthing is very important to me too. I go out and I love to walk barefoot now. My mom never let me really walk barefoot as a kid. She was very fearful that I would always step on a nail. So now I try to walk barefoot as much as I can, and I actually have big pine trees around me that drop pine needles, so I'm always stepping on. I'm like, oh well, it's just making my feet tougher, because I'm like really in tune with the earth now, you know, these days, and yeah, it makes me feel a lot better, a lot more healthy, along with my diet, you know, lots of sunshine. So like I said, again, these are little techniques, and it's going to get your energy flowing in the direction. So you've heard of your thymus gland right here, right? Hold on, I got a cat fight. Come on, come on, get it. All right, sorry. Your thymus gland right here. This is very important. Now you're gonna tap on it right here. Remember Tarzan? Okay, just tap. You're going to do that for a couple minutes while breathing. And you could always do this while you're doing the middle pillar. Just a thought. You know, I even do my stretching during the middle pillar now. I'll do a middle pillar sitting on the floor doing my stretching and all that. And I'll be walking around the house to my middle pillar. I try to do my magic. You know, I could be sitting there doing the middle pillar next to you watching a movie, because it's important for magicians to work astrally. All right. And then so what you'll do is after you getting that, you'll feel it too. It'll just kind of refresh your body. And you might see as your eyes are closed, like sparks going up. Okay. And then you're going to go right here where your clavicle is, right underneath that. You're going to tap underneath. I can feel it in my body now. I just feel the chills. It's like, ooh, it feels good. Right under your clavicle here. Just do it for a couple minutes, maybe, you know, both at the same time, or, you know, if you have to do. Sometimes, you know, you gotta get in there deep. Breathing. You can do the fourfold breath, or just breathe however you feel comfortable breathing. I always say, you know, it's important to breathe the way your body tells you to breathe. I've tried the fourfold breath, and I lose my breath when I do it. So maybe it just wasn't meant for me. I breathe how Papa God made me breathe, how he created me to breathe. Something works for, you know, one thing that works for one doesn't work for another sometimes. So, yeah. All right. All right, we'll move on, and we notice our cheekbones. Tap lightly. It's another place. This is a good one, y'all. This is where we got meridian lines that run through here as well. This connects to your nerve endings. That's what keeps the energy flowing. You see? All through here. Who cares if you have to do it in public too, right? Get annoyed or something, you're like, oh, let's get this energy flowing. Dude, I don't care. I'm like talking to myself in public. You know I'm a weirdo. You know I don't care. I'm kind, and I try. I'm always kind. Always kind. I get frustrated, y'all, but and I might say things, but I'm always truthful, and I don't try to hurt anybody. I'm not hurting feelings, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, like at Kroger's, I get frustrated with their self-checkout. I'm like, these machines really suck. They really do. Like, Walmart's are on point. And I was just being honest. Like, Walmart's machines are on point. Their self-checkouts, I love them. I like self-checkouts now because I'm always getting messed over, dude, when I go to Kroger. Nothing ever rings up right. So when I go to the self-checkout, I can check it myself. And then the lady gets called over about 3 times because that machine can't keep up with me. Walmart's can. But Kroger's can. It's always trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, look, let me run this thing. I used to be a checker for Walmart when I was 18, so I was fast too. All right. Now, you also got one back here, and you'll feel like right around here, kind of under your shoulder blade, right between your shoulder blade, right here, and you'll grab it. You might want to, if you have a necklace, or take it off. But like I said, I haven't had to do these techniques in quite some time, because once I got consistent with my magic, all the anxiety and depression and stuff went away. So, yeah, it's a good thing, man. All of it, you know. So, and so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull that down across you, and that's gonna. You'll do it on both sides. And that gets that energy flowing, because your energy flows like this too. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. And so that'll kind of get it going in the right direction. And I can't even remember who showed me these. I can't remember her name. But I tell you what, they really helped me. They really helped me. Just pull it down. Just putting that pressure down there, and that meridian point is what it is. An energy system, you know. It's gonna try to pull it, you know, like this. It really works, y'all. And there's another one. If you can get somebody to go down your back behind you, right, just up here, and just bring it down. That helps too, but I didn't really do that one a lot. My husband was always working and tired, you know, and so I do things for myself, dude. I do things myself. I don't need somebody, you know. That's how I am, though. Y'all get the gist, though? So if y'all have any questions, feel free to email me, robinhowell1121@gmail.com, or you can direct message me, Messenger, Robin Johnson Howell, Robin with a Y. My sweet angels, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. July 4th is this weekend, y'all. Please, my angels, no drinking and driving. Please, if you're gonna drink and go somewhere, take a Uber, take a sober friend with you, okay? I love you, and do your magic, you know? Don't forget to banish, at least. I know July 4th is a big party weekend, but meditation and magic is important. If that's something that you do, just continue to do that. And you can even do that if you go out of town on vacation in the bathroom, or you don't even have to do that physically. You can do it visually, laying in bed, going to bed at night. Work on your psyche. You know, it's always important. It's always important. It really is, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed rest of your week and a wonderful July 4th. And I'll be back next week, all right? Or the week after. We'll see. God willing, probably next week, all right? All right, my angels. Love you. Bye.